Yeah, Kev, finally. Are you in my Discord, Kev? Because I've been trying for the last hour. No, hour and a half to get my phone link to work. By the way, Microsoft, y'all go to hell. Um and finally it works. Thankfully, I'm not working. Well, no, I do have to translate something into German today. So the plan is I'm gonna try to do a soy fawn, maybe soy fawn combination with Yadoichi video. Then I'm gonna get offline for a bit, translate. It's my CV. I gotta translate it to German because I have a. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I need to translate it to German, send it to my headhunter, and then I'm going to probably come back and stream again a second time today and do Seven Deadly Sins. But all of this started with me wanting. I would have been an hour deep by now. Then I would do my CV at like 8:30. It's 7:30 here right now, and then come back and then do the Seven Deadly Sins. But because it took me an hour for me to get friggin' phone link to log off, it won't let you log off. It don't let you switch accounts. Bitch, stop. Oh, I don't. Okay. I try not to curse on my chat. This is how frustrated I am. Y'all know I don't curse on online. Like I don't curse. It's the radio thing in me. It's where in college I was mass communications major and I did FM radio daily. And you had certain words you weren't allowed to say. You had the 10 curse words and then certain actions and acts you couldn't say. So I try to refrain from those unless I get really frustrated. Because I know it's YouTube. I could drop whatever I want to drop and nobody going to really do anything about it unless I'm saying something like absolutely wild. But yeah, anyway, that's how frustrated I am. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying not to curse. And it just came out my spirit. It just... Woosah, woosah, woosah. This is why therapy exists. Yep. Try to manage this anger right now. Anyway, so the plan is, and I just gave you guys the plan. So the plan is I'm going to do this for a bit. I think because it's Tuesday and I don't know where everybody's from. I'm going to start making people. I saw some other YouTuber and I like him a lot. I like the way that he went about it where he was asking people where, now granted he has a much larger stream than I do, but he was asking people where they were from. And I used to do that in the very beginning, but it would help me get like a gauge on like who's watching. And it's also cool for people to shout out where they're from. But like where, like right now in Switzerland, you have the Easter weekend basically, which you're off Friday and Monday for most places, and then people come back into the office on Tuesday. Tuesday for me is going to be like I can get away with being a little bit lazy today. The one thing I will have to do is this CV thing for this job at I don't know if I'm even allowed to say where it's at. Anyway, that needs to be translated in German. I've already done half the work. I could have done the other half of the work yesterday, but I was playing Seven Deadly Sins Origins. That game fun. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm not finna do it. Now I'm gonna have to pay for it. So it shouldn't take me more than like an hour to get it finished. And then I'm gonna send it to my homegirl Alessia. Shout out Alessia, who's definitely not watching. And then I'll shoot it off to the dude. I'll come back on. I'll play Seven Deadly Sins. That game has been a lot of fun. Dadgummit, 20 seconds, and we are not. By the way, isn't it weird that Nemu is a better fit for this team than Dog Captain? That shows that he is a really crappy SSR. No? Yeah. But, long answer to, cup of coffee's right here. Also feels like somebody poured sand into my nose. Thanks, allergies. So, it has been a great start. I have my eyes feel like they're leaking. My nose feels like somebody literally held open my nostrils and sneezed into them. And then it took an hour plus to get my system up and going. That's what's up. Anyway, and I'm already having to blow my nose. So, how are you? How's it going? All right. So what the next step is, and I'm not really okay. First thing I do need to do is, and first thing I will do is I'll show Soy Phone. So I did luck up, and this is where I may have a problem with just me as a person. I got her core stamp. Like I went ahead and did the deal because the idea was that I was going to go ahead and try to do a video on her. So I got one of her core stamps, and then when I was doing the stamp corridor, quite literally, I ran it twice, and I got a shadow box before it got to that whole guaranteed shadow box thing. I got that twice yesterday. And then one shadow box that wasn't guaranteed gave me her core stamp. And then the next shadow box that was guaranteed gave me her core stamp again. So she's up on 3 right now. So level 30, Ascension 3, core stamp for her, good to go. I was able to get this with a nice, well, not a nice roll, but a roll on that. So alignment damage, alignment damage. We got crit rate. That would have been nicer if it was crit damage, but it is what it is. Ultimate charge rate. Now, I went crit damage here based off of what was said in her recommended stats. I do need to still go through her kit a little bit, but alignment damage here, yay, we love to see that. Plus that roll on there. I haven't taken a 6-star yet. I'm just holding off for a second. Honestly, I don't know why I'm holding off, but I am like just in like a whole pattern for this. This is a pretty good stamp with some pretty good rolls on it. Then I finally got a strike. It took me so long to get just one with strike on it. Not even like with all these substats, but just with strike. So what's up, Sledgehammer? So I got that with 2 rolls on alignment damage. Yes, sir. So I'll probably take this one up. Actually, do I have the stars for it? I'll take this one up now to 6. How you been, buddy? And so 2 rolls on the alignment damage, 1 on the attack. I can't get the rolls there are really, really good. It is strike. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this 6-star now. I'm going to do her, what is that thing called? Like the edge revealed or something like that with you guys here. And then I'm going to try to do a video. Chapter 57. What's chapter 57? 1 second. Yay, allergies. And my microphone is loud than a mofo right now. What happened? Okay. Oh, you mean still going on DC Worlds Collide? Bruh, you are loyal. Let's be politically correct about this in the way I say this. If you don't have some kind of life partner or whatever, this is the biggest endorsement for you to be in a relationship. Because, bruh, you stick through it, good times and bad. Jesus. Ooh, your partner will never have to worry about you cheating. Like, you stay down. Me, I'm already out the door. This ain't working out. I can't be with you anymore. No, man, you stay loyal to the soil. Okay. Okay, man. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and rate that and return it. I'm saying your wife ain't got to worry about nothing. Where was he at? No, he ain't doing nothing. Why? Because he loves me. When he loves something, he don't go nowhere. He stays. He stays. He ain't doing nothing. Oh, jeez. Funny enough, that was one of the things like with my ex, which me saying all this trash about Microsoft. Let me go ahead and ban this user. Me saying all this stuff about Microsoft. Funny enough, she used to work, or she does work at Microsoft. So shout out to her. No shade on her because I know she works hard. Everybody else can kiss my ass. Everybody else there can kiss my ass. She cool, we cool. That's fine. Everybody else there, kiss the blackest and fattest part of my ass. Anyway, yeah. So, I can't believe you're still playing that game. And from what I heard, it's gotten worse since I left. And I left when it was in a pretty bad state. All right, so this got up to level 30. And I will say, like, as I'm going through this, I'm going to do the edge revealed and I'm going to try to read her kit, even though the problem with their kits is their kits are so damn long and complex. And I think I have too much ADHD for me to follow that. I think I just need to bite the bullet and just read. It's just so much stuff. Where her stats at now? So she's right below my Genpachi. So Tosin, why is he so out? Because I switched up Tosin's stamps. That's right, I put the Geen stamps on him. All right, cool. That's what I heard. The Joker team was really, really bad. I went and I saw, and the worst part is the animation, the actual, like, for Joker. I didn't see the animations, like the fight. I just saw his art, and I was like, damn, he looks cold as hell. Too bad he's gonna be trash though. And funnily enough, I'm gonna check this right now, because I said the main thing that was a signal to me that DC Worlds Collide was collapsing was that their website hadn't updated since, like, they still got Peacemaker up here in the HBO Max thing. Latest news, under their latest news tab on DC Worlds Collide is Dr. Poison, Cheshire, and Swamp Thing. October 22nd. Dog. It would be better if you just didn't have a website. If you're not going to update it since y'all need to go ahead and let this domain go. It's been 6 months since you updated your website. What are we doing? They're being sold again. Wasn't this the start of them being? Wasn't this these weren't the original developers, because it was bought. Because DC Worlds Collide, this thing has been going on for like 4 years now, where they had it, and that's where a lot of the older stuff came from, like that Lex suit that's in there now, that mech suit, that's old. They had that with the first round of developers, and then someone else bought it, and then did this whole pre-release global release in July, and this is like the second owners of it, from what I understand, and they're being sold again. All right, okay. Well, I hope that they do okay. Honestly, if they had better leadership, then it would be a good game. They have everything they need. But we're going to move on from the X. I mean, that's still your current. So, like, good time, bad time. If it does get back up, if it does go back up, then you could be like, man, I was down like forever. You're a Cleveland Browns fan. If the Cleveland Browns ever win a championship, there will be so many families crying and taking pictures next to their grandfather's graves. Like, we stayed down, Grandpa, and just having a drink with him. Like, you never saw it, but I'm going to celebrate this championship with you. So, Red Sox fans, them kind of folk. The Chicago Cub fans, you one of them. So, I abandoned it. But, hey, if they ever come back and they're strong, nobody can ever say you left. Nobody can ever say you weren't loyal. They'll say that about me, and I'm cool with it. Okay, so Edge revealed. I will say this too. I am really, really, really deeply phallic. Come on. And with the barbs and everything, just watch a National Geographic, Discovery Channel. Do they even do Discovery Channel anymore? It's all YouTube, right? Like, about cats. And then you'll understand why the barbs there are kind of like, and I use the word barbs specifically, but deeply phallic and in a cat-like way. Funnily enough, I think this is a running joke. All right, so basically, I need to get a hold of her kit and see how good she is. So I'm gonna do this part of it. I'm gonna go, and it's funny. It's funny to me that they put these two here. And I guess that's because you already have the training with Yoruichi. So what I'm going to do is start the go to recruit. Already got her. I'm going to start the trial here. And I don't think I can actually do this without on auto, because, you're supposed to be learning. Dog fact. Okay, so wait, tap. So application. When Soy Fun's spiritual pressure is full, the 5th hit of her basic becomes a special attack, dealing damage and applying homonka, that word. Releasing a battlefield skill at full energy, deals damage and inflicts Homunca. We're gonna pretend like reapplication, inflicting Homunca on an enemy. Oh, that's the butterfly thing. The butterfly, you finna die. Um When an already marked enemy by it will trigger an extra instance of sting and consume the homunca. Okay. Bet. So we get the spiritual pressure up, tap tap basic, special attack, we apply the homunca, releasing the battlefield skill at full energy deals damage and inflicts the homunca, and then you can inflict. Okay. So battlefield skill button. Check. Got him. All right, we like that. Then we do this stuff. Boom. And then on the 5th basic, I'm going to at full. So the spiritual pressure is building up now. And then this is that special attack that they're talking about. Switch characters automatically triggers their counter. And now at that point, I hit the counter. Cool. Okay, that's cool. Seeing eye dog pee and poop on command so that their owners can clean up after them. The commanders usually get busy and pups will pace back and forth until they do their business. Really? Albeit, I will say this. Look, okay, this is, I'm not trying to be, but this is the first joke that popped into my head because it is relationships. Y'all get into an argument and you may say some stuff or do some stuff that's like completely immature, right? So whenever there's an episode of Friends where, which by the way, living single was better. There's an episode of Friends where Ross and Rachel are in an argument and he's trying to get his stuff back. And he's asking for his stuff back, and there's just like say Frankie or say something t-shirt that Rachel loves that he wants back. It's a shirt from when he's like a child. He doesn't need it anymore and it still fits her, but he puts it on in defiance to be like, this is my shirt, I wanted my shirt. And then as he's walking out of the apartment, he just leaves the door open, looks at it and walks away, just leaves the door open, right? So basically, I could see somebody getting into an argument with their girlfriend. The girlfriend's blind, and the person being like, "Get busy," and then leaving the apartment, knowing damn well the dog is gonna poop in her apartment. No, you get into an argument. She cheated on you. You know what I'm saying? And then she's like, "You mad? Like, how could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me?" She's like, "Look, you were never around anyway. You was always out with your friends." You're like, "Fine, get busy." And then he leaves. I don't know. That's the fact that my brain, that's the first thing I went to, is exactly the reason why I'm going to hell. All right, so Soifon can gain death mark through basic attacks, special attacks, techniques, and counters. When any squad member triggers a perfect dodge, switch to Soifon and tap basic repeatedly to unleash the 2 special attacks. I don't even like this part. Soifon's battlefield skill utilizes 2 energy types, death mark and battlefield skill energy, to trigger either combo attack or twin strike execution when a teammate's attack hits and a battlefield skill energy is not full. Soifon consumes death mark to trigger a combo attack and gain battlefield skill. Bro. When battlefield skill energy is at full, releasing a battlefield skill deals damage and inflicts the homunca. I'm going to try to say that word correctly. Gain death mark through basic attacks, special attacks, techniques, and counters. Okay. When any squad member, triggers a perfect dodge. I've never done that before in my life. Switch to Soifon and tap basic attack repeatedly to unleash 2 special attack strikes. Okay. Soifon's battlefield skill utilizes 2 energy types, death and battlefield skills, to trigger either combo attack or twin strike execution. When a teammate's attack hits and battlefield skill is not full, Soifon consumes death mark to trigger a combo attack and gain battlefield skill energy. So when a teammate attack hits and the battlefield skill is not full. Okay, cool. When battlefield skill energy is at full, releasing battlefield skill deals damage and inflicts homunca. So she does a combo and gains battlefield skill energy. Otherwise, she releases it, deals energy, and inflicts homunca. Okay. All right. So trigger a perfect dodge. Oh, wait. Where you at, bro? Let me. I don't know if I can trigger a perfect dodge. I'm not good at that. There it is. And then I tap her. Boom. And then tap the basic. Cool. And then I trigger the Soy Fawn combo. Bang. Got him. All right, so now we go there. All right. So now we do this to max out her battlefield skill. Now here's the thing, and I'm not saying this as like an insult or anything to Soy Fawn or Yadoichi. I know that they go together, but it does not feel as though it's that she's exclusive to Yadoichi. Now I think Yadoichi, if I'm not mistaken, got a optimization. I think I should go to the mail real quick. I think she got her kit. She got like a little buff to help with that. And then we can do this, but I should do it when it's maxed out. Right? Yeah. Okay. I am so happy that I will be released with Fawn's ultimate. Yeah, cool. Deeply phallic. I gotta stop saying that, but that's the only thing I can think of when I see that. All right, so and they would just like trigger her ultimate. That's all you got to do. Ain't nothing special about that. This game makes me happy that this is autoplay. That they have autoplay, basically. And this was another thing from Seven Deadly Sins that was kind of I have a problem with Seven Deadly Sins. And one problem is thanks to Flip recommending it and letting me know it's on PlayStation and mobile. Started doing it on PlayStation. Problem is like Bleach. If they put Bleach Soul Resonance on PlayStation, I will not be doing, auto nearly as much because it's so much easier to do this with a controller. So basically, now with Seven Deadly Sins, I love playing it on PlayStation. Playing it on my phone is like a last resort, which means I'm going to have to change my streaming setup somehow, some way, which I've been saying for I don't know how long that I need to change this, but it is what it is. Hey, yo, I'm going to need you to die because I'm ready to be up out, yo. So, yeah. I think that the main thing with Soy Fawn, especially what I'm about to do now, is going through we need to do this, we need to do that in order to get her stuff to pop off. Don't really care. I need to evaluate her as a character itself. Does that make sense? Like, is she good? Is she bad? We're running this on auto. It's just a little bit like these kits, fun, cool, and everything else. It's just a little bit too complicated to try to play with my thumbs on this screen. Real talk. So, and not exactly fun for you guys to be looking at the top of my head the whole daggum time, especially since I'm starting to get gray hairs. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got that. We got through that, which is not what you should be saying if you're having fun with the game. Let's see. On to the next one. Now we will go to Yadoichi. I'm not going to do her trainings. I've just figured that out now. We're not doing that. But I do want to go to the mail to see if there was that optimization thing. Wait. Allergies are fun. And I'm going to actually try to go outside today and play basketball. That's going to be an interesting thing. This is why one of the few things I miss about Alabama, I don't have allergies there. Man, the tissue industry is about to get a boost from me. Jeez, if y'all do play stocks, invest in whatever tissue company is. Let's see, what's their name? We got Tempo over here. We got Lensoft over here, and we got Coquette. We got three different types of tissue brands all over here. I'm not even product placing, but yo, this was already done, and that was, and that's the funny thing too. Yo, check this out. Okay, this is kind of funny to me. The old buddy, and this I was not gonna vote for Fabio Capelli, in der Stadtrat. But homie, when he came to do his advertisement for his Stadtrat, it's just like a local office in this municipality, right? So like he's running his like ad campaigns. It's so wholesome. Buddy gave us tissues. Buddy gave us like, look, I know spring coming. I know winter was just there. You know what I'm gonna do? I got y'all. I got y'all. I'm gonna send y'all a pack of tissue. And I laughed at it at first, but guess what? This empty, and I keep looking at his face. I know who he is. So to be fair, it wasn't a bad idea. It was not a bad idea. Buddy, no, I don't know any of that. Buddy, I know his name. Fabio Capelli. If you are in Switzerland or around it, vote for our Italian-born Swiss. Well, he might be from Ticino, but vote for homeboy. Vote for him. He saved my nose at least. I think there's 10 in this pack. He saved my nose at least 10 times. Vote for him. This is product placement straight up for him because he was smart enough to give people tissues during the winter / allergy season. I laughed at it, but that's pretty smart marketing. It stayed right there on my table in my living room until necessary, and then it became necessary. Not during the winter for me, but that's when I got it. Definitely during allergy season. I hope I don't. When does the vote? I think they already voted. Whenever he comes back through, I got you, bro. I got you, buddy. Whenever you come back through, Fabio, we got you. Exchange successful. Okay, so what I wanted to do was, I think it's here. Yeah. So we have Soifon. It goes through against the restraint limited time. Gotcha. Version updated. New character stamp. Other optimizations. Character optimization. Weapon stamp for Hakuda and Keto optimization. Isn't that? But Thunderclap. So this is. I was about to say a very inappropriate joke. That would have been funny. The craft button, adventure mode, chapter 5 and 6. Wait, this has been added, right? I don't think I've done this yet. Add a new team up scene and replace the original one, setting language, blah, blah, blah. Character optimization, weapon stamp. Passive boot. Yeah, I think this is all for, it would have been nice if they just said her name, but this is all for her. Okay, cool. So these stats are for Yaruichi. And last but not least, we're going to go over here. I guess they said they added to the trial arc chapter 5 and 6. But I don't see that. Is it not live in the system yet? Maybe it's just not live yet. I mean, they did have all those server issues when they introduced Soifon, so maybe that's what happened. All right, so let's go to Yaruichi real quick. Actually, I should know. And, let's see, skill. What am I missing? Basic attack. I did Soifon up to level 9, I believe. So I'll do the same thing for Yaruichi. Put her up to level 9. With no gold. No gold. No gold. Okay. I think I can actually exchange some with this stuff here. Let's see. Ticket stub exchange. We still got 24 days before that comes back around. Yeah, we got a month before any of that stuff comes back around. And there will be way, way, way more tickets exchanged in the meantime. So we're just gonna up this for the gold. And we'll raid this a bit. Get her basic and her techniques and everything up to be a little bit more powerful. We've been here since the giddy up. Sorry, I have that T.I. song Trauma Bond stuck in my head. By the way, absolutely loved everything that the Harris family did to demolish 50 Cent. That was hilarious. And good. And genuinely good music. Genuinely good music. Rate that. I don't think that's enough though. I think I'm gonna need more energy. And I'm trying not to use my spirit jade for that. My jade for that because I'm wanting to reset is in an hour. Item exchange again. What happened? Sure. Because we got to reset in an hour and I'm trying to save up so I can do like 110 gotcha pull. And I don't think I have any more pills. I mean, I got this, but I'm trying to do one more like 10 pull and I think we're good. Not good, but just to see. Just to see. All right, so we're going to go back. I kind of want to record a video, but I don't know exactly where to take her into. I don't know exactly where to take her to display her strength. Outside of the trial tower. I did just upgrade her a little bit. Let me see what's happening with Nemu. So yeah, I did update Nemu. Nemu for me was at level 80. I took her up to level 100. Her weapon is still low. Her skills are still, oh my goodness, her skills are still very low. Oh yeah, her technique is maxed at 1. Okay, I forgot about that her technique stays maxed at 1. I forgot about that completely. Let's do something with her passive. So, and if you're wondering why Nemu better fit than Dog Captain, in case you didn't hear, Nemu's a better fit for this squad than Dog Captain. I don't know why I keep calling him Dog Captain. That's all I got for you. All right, so item exchange, cool. Upgrade, that's a bet. Funnily enough, well, I mean, she is a SR, so the resources required to get her like leveled up is not nearly as bad as well. So it's kind of a little bit better budget to get her up. And since I did not do that before, it might be a legit thing that I can get past that trial tower. It might be possible. The cost is less. We might go at that trial tower one more time. And I do want to have this. I need 3 more. Can I even do hollow eliminate? I think, I can't do that yet. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So I think the video will be focused on Soy Fawn, but we will talk about Nemu and why I'm putting Nemu in over Dog Captain. His stuff, I mean, his passives are not fully leveled up, but even at that point, she seems to be a better fit because a large part of what makes him even viable is this. While Battlefield skill is active, all characters in the team have their strike damage increased by 30%, which is cool. However, his Battlefield skill won't be active. He's relatively slow and does relatively no damage. Now, to be fair, his stamp situation, not the best in the world. Not the best in the world. I'll be honest there. Some good stuff here, but And I will say this as well. I was tempted to. The sucky part about this, and I think I made a mistake already. I pulled one of his core stamps accidentally while I was going through the core stamps for Soifon. And I was tempted to do with him what I did with Ikaku, which was I just took away his core stamps, dismantled them so I could get that resource so I would be able to level up a core stamp for somebody else, right? And if I had that one single core stamp again, that is what I would do. Because there's nothing in my plans that say I'm going to use Sunjin again. Not anytime soon unless he gets an optimization. All right. When it comes to Soifon on hers, with her skills, let's go to her battlefield skill. So while the battlefield skill is active, all characters in the team gain 30% increased strike damage. Look at that, already there. Soifon's battlefield skill uses 2 types of energy, Death Mark, blah, 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 combo, and then Twin Strike. Soifon enters the battlefield with full battlefield skill energy. When Death Mark is available, when another character lands a hit, if the battlefield skill energy is not full. Yeah, so this is what we were talking about before when I went through her Soul's Edge. Soifon teleports, Twin Strike, Execution. Soifon teleports to the enemy and pierces them with, that one. If the enemy is not affected by Homonka, it deals damage equal to, that says 1,510, right? That's not 15.10. That's not attack and inflicts Homonka. If the enemy is already affected by Homonka, it deals damage equal to 1324 of attack and triggers 1 instance of sting equal to 220%. Okay, so here's my question. On her passive, well, this is her battlefield skill. On her recommendation for the stats, it says that you should do crit damage, right? Crit damage alignment. I get alignment damage. The crit damage here. 1, why for the advanced lineup do they put Mayuri? And I think that's because Mayuri helps others with their the increase in their alignment damage. Hold up. His passive. Oh my year, each time poison is triggered, all characters in the team gain 1 stack of excitement, increasing the alignment mastery by 7.5% for data. That's why. His passive here. Oh, by the way, got another core stamp for what's her face? Nell. I love Nell. Okay, so that's why. You get an increase of 7.5% on alignment damage. She wants alignment damage. Ultimate charge rate, we don't care about that. Each time a debuff of a character is triggered, the crit damage of the one who triggered it is increased by 100% for 30 seconds. Okay. Increases Mayuri's alignment damage bonus during battle by 75%. So this passive right here, and then also this, I believe are the reasons why Mayuri needs to be part of that advanced lineup. Okay, fair. So now let's go to Nemu. All of this is the research for the video, guys. Here we go. Fun stuff, right? Now I already changed that, but already checked this, but let's go ahead and do this real quick to see. Full body continues off the field. The thing I'm looking for here is she increasing alignment damage at all? Nope, she is increasing her own power. She does not increase the damage of anybody else. Which makes me wonder, would it be smarter for me to run Mayuri with the strike team simply because he's going to increase their alignment damage? That's the question. Times out battlefield skill, blah, blah, blah. Extra sting. Sting deals alignment damage based on Soifon's attack. That's why they wanted that attack on the other side of it. Equal to 55% of Soifon's attack triggered. Okay, cool. This passive ability, each time 1 point of death mark is consumed, the entire team gains 4% crit damage for 5. Like, we're getting a lot of crit damage here, which is why I'm asking why, like, Wouldn't it be good to get crit rate on her so that that damage happens more often? That's my question. Reduces the strike resistance of allies inflicted with execution target by 20. Yo, that's similar to, well, similar, but not quite. The defense thing that is baked into B4 Eisen. When an enemy in the team triggers a perfect dodge, that's that other thing about the attack increasing. So the main problem I have within her stats, her crit rate is 20%. They say build her with crit damage. I feel as though building her with crit rate might be better because that crit damage is getting a lot of boost from other areas in the game, other areas on the team and in her kit. And other kits, especially if I'm running with my Yuri. Where is this stamp here? So, current stamp has crit damage on it. And that alignment roll is so nice. But I think I have one with crit rate, and attack. All right. Okay, let's experiment a little bit. I don't think, though, I have the resources to ascend this without getting more of these. Soul Guard, nah, bruh. Should I release that? It's only going to give me 50 anyway. Let's go back to the exchange shop. Okay. I think I'll only be able to get 14. 10 per, so that gives me 140. So I need a few more of these, which I believe I can get if I do the challenges over here. Yup, I've already completed my frenzy campaign. I never have this available, and I don't think I get anything off training. So right. I guess I do get some from this. Boo. All right. Oh wait, no, I don't. I do not get any unless maybe here from the map. I will get 50 of those. Well, you know what? That might have to be something that comes up later. What I think I'm about to do is do the Soifon strike team. All right, Yadoichi. Next, we're checking out your kit very quickly. Upgrade, sure, why not? I would like to. I don't have the resources for it. All right. Passive. Dodges an enemy attack after releasing Hakuda. Stomp. Basic. Cool. Lightning Seal increases Yadoichi's strike damage. She pretty much only does for herself and not teammates. Is what I'm trying to establish. Of her next special attack by 200%. Okay. That basic cool technique. And she doesn't lay down anything that requires alignment damage. There's no debuffs that's coming off her, right? This is just pure attack. We need a plan of attack. I have a plan. Attack. And then her stamps aren't great. This one should probably, like, this is a terrible stamp. Oh God, this is a terrible stamp. You could tell this is back when I was just still learning the game. This is a terrible stamp. So we need to farm for Yadoichi desperately. Desperately. She'll be the next thing. These stamps are the next ones I'm going to be farming for. Because she needs help bad. What is this one? Midnight Spectre. I don't think I got any accidentally that were good. I only own 3 to begin with on this side of things. Ultimate oof. 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 And I liked her that much. And she was still that good. I mean, oof. Let's go to the recommendations real quick because I think it says crit rate, crit damage, and attack. I don't even have on her what she's supposed to have on her. So we have to fix Yaruichi. All right, let's try a video. Let's try a video. Let's try a video. We'll see. Let's go to... It has been a minute since I've done this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. So we will start recording. Let's see. And then let me write this down very, very quickly. So we will go down to dog captain. Then we will go down to Nemu, Mayuri, Yoruichi. All right, so let's see. Spiritual person deals damage to equal to 4%. His passive, all attacks to a maximum 10 stacks. Has 2 build up. All right. Okay. Coming in 3, 2. Y'all gonna have to forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a minute since I've done a video, but I'm back now. And I'm dealing with Soifan, who has what appears to be and has always appeared to me to be a very deeply phallic weapon. But we're gonna leave that to the side. Coming on this video and saying like, oh, she's an insane damage dealer. Oh, she's so crazy. Of course. Every new character is gonna have the most up-to-date stats and the most crazy kit. Cool. I'm not gonna come off with that. What I'm going to say now is, who am I building towards having a team with her? Why some work, why some don't? Let's get to the video. Okay. So, coming in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a Bleach Soul Resonance video. In this video, we're going to go over Soifan. Now, like I said in the intro, it is not exact going through her kit piece by piece and saying, oh my God, she does a lot of damage is not really going to bring you anything. You can see that. They also give you that edge reveal thing. So you kind of get it. So I'm not going to go that deep into that side of it. She does do great damage. She does do alignment damage, which I'm a big fan of. I do like any kind of debuff damage over time or something that triggers based off of something that stacks. I'm a huge fan of that. So therefore, I'm a huge fan of hers and Mayuri and Gin. You're seeing a pattern develop here. So what I am going to do is I have a couple questions about her and her kit and how they've actually aligned it. So first of all, just to give you this heads up on Sting, this is what I'm kind of focusing on, is that deals alignment damage based on Soifan's attack. So you do want to have higher, which alignment damage does, but you do want to have a good amount of attack on her, and you do want alignment damage and an alignment mastery. That becomes important later on in this video. basically in her stats, when they go to the recommended thing, this is something that, funnily enough, I should listen to them. I might be disagreeing. They do recommend crit damage, alignment damage, and attack. The crit damage thing, because of what's built into her passives, where she seems to be or seemingly giving herself a lot of crit damage, my first question comes in here. Shouldn't I have crit rate on her? That way I get more crit damage, like I get that higher crit damage more often. Building up crit damage means that she is going to hit very, very, very hard. The problem with that, at least from my perspective, is that it's only going to happen 20% of the time. Now, to be fair, you can go through her stamps and then try to find other places to get crit rate, right? But unless you're getting very lucky rolls, or you're going to just keep doing it till you get lucky rolls, there's crit damage here. Then it's going to be more difficult to get that 20% up to something like 50%. Now, I did follow instructions at first, and I have not taken this up to 6-star yet. I've taken this up to 6-star because it has attack, crit damage, alignment, and ultimate charge rate, like all percentages. I'm very happy with this piece. On this side, we got alignment damage plus alignment damage, and I got a crit rate here, ultimate charge rate, and would I prefer this to be 3 rolls on attack? Duh. I actually move these 3 rolls up to alignment damage, but if I find a better piece, I will. But so far, this is a really good piece, so I'm sticking with it. The crit damage is the one where I'm having this conflict, and I do have here a crit rate piece that has alignment damage, more crit rate, and attack. I am very, very, very tempted, and I won't do that in this video here. I'm very tempted to slide this there, so I will have more a crit rate, so that way I get the crit damage more often, even though the crit damage is going to be less. At 20%, that means that theoretically she's going to be hitting for crit damage 1 every 5 hits, which does align with her basic. Doing that on that 5th one aligns, if you get it right. Does kind of align with that basic. I think I would prefer to try to get the crit rate up to like a 50-60% thing and then drop the crit damage a good amount. The problem is that good amount is 55%. Ouch. But she does stack up more crit damage on her passive, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get back over to it. Like she does actually. One, she does give herself on the perfect dodge, which with the kits, the fact that it's a mobile game, and hey guys, let me know if you know, it is not controller enabled, so I can't necessarily do everything I want to do. It's a little bit hard to get through those things that you want to do within her kit to get her to do perfect dodge, or to get the teammates to do perfect dodges so you can come in and do extra damage. However, you do give the entire team 4% crit damage for 4 seconds, stackable up to 10 times. This bonus is 8% for Yadoichi. We'll talk about Yadoichi in a minute. She loved her some Yadoichi. That means that for 15 seconds, theoretically, I could get up to 40% and just kind of keep it there. 40% more crit damage. And then for Yadoichi will get 80% crit damage. Cool. I like. But there's a thing there for me to get crit damage, right? Now, and this is where the double-edged sword comes in. Some would say, hey, 40% extra crit damage on top of this, that means you're getting 175% crit damage. And if I remove 55 from that, then I'm getting like, 125 instead? So I won't even be getting that much crit damage. However, I would be boosting up the amount of times I hit the crit rate till about 50%. This is where my conflict is coming in. So in terms of me giving answers with that, I'm going to experiment with that. I am going to try to switch out the crit rate and the crit damage kit. That'll be probably another video for another day, so I don't go too deep into this. But that is my main question centered around Suifon. I think she is great. She's going to do a lot of damage. That's fantastic. I don't know if it's going to be better for her to be built with crit rate or crit damage. They recommend crit damage, so I'm sticking with crit damage for the time being. We have the alignment damage, obviously, because the first thing when that triggers, you're going to do, let me see, where I have her right now, just to be completely transparent. It is going to be, 55% of her attack is triggered for that alignment damage, which is good. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. The problems when it comes to building her team is that, and it's problems, things you need to consider. I have down here Dog Captain. I know his name is Sanjin. Isn't that it? Isn't that what it is? Sanjin? Sure. Dog Captain. With him, and I'm giving this to be fair to him. He is the, in my view, second worst SSR in the game. The worst is Ikaku. Damn you, Ikaku. But I'm showing this because I have not invested in his stamps that much. It is because I am aware that he's not that great. However, this is just to be fair with the idea that I haven't really developed him much. That being said, Yadoichi stamps have not been developed that much either. Well, they're lacking. Not as bad as his, but they're lacking. However, still love playing with her. Even his core stamp is 3x, and I'm tempted. What I did with Ikaku, and I made a slight mistake with him. What I did with Ikaku, I removed the core stamps because I had like 5 of them just pulling randomly. They love giving you those. Can I get the core stamps for like anybody else? I removed them. I dismantled them because you get one of those. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called, but one of those orbs, 5 of those orbs allows you to boost another core stamp. So I would dismantle those ones that I did not like from the characters I did not like, and then use those to boost the core stamps for other characters that I was using. Hence why I have Aizen's core stamp at like level 4 or 5 ascension. Excuse me. So allergy season. Yay. All right. So basically I pulled one of his core stamps while in pursuit of Soifan's core stamps, and I made a mistake. I dismantled it. I should have dismantled this one because it is 3x. I would have gotten 3 of those core stamps or 3 of those orbs, and I would have been able to level up the core stamp for somebody else I cared about. As it stands right now, I can't separate these out. Boo. So I can't get the 3 from here. I only got the 1. But the next time I pull his core stamp, I am literally going to, just because for completeness, this is the weird thing about me. For completeness, I'm going to put that 1 Ascension core stamp there, remove this one, dismantle this one, use those 3 orbs somewhere else to boost up a character that's actually worth a damn. Now, part of the problem with him and running him with Soifan, which is why it's just not going to work, is 1, he's not good, but 2, he's also a character who has a battlefield skill. And his battlefield skill, in order for his value, in order for him to have any value, you need to have his battlefield skill. And even that means he's, goes from 0 value to a good bit of, not good, some value. This thing here, it increases strike damage by 30%. Well, guess what? Soifan's kit does the exact same thing and then more. So despite the fact that you would think strike, you would have Yadoichi, you would have Dog Captain, you would have Soifan. Oh, cool. I have 3 strike characters. He is actually to your detriment. You come out better putting, and this sounds so horrible, you come out better putting Nemu beside them as opposed to using Dog Captain. I was trying to use his real name, Sanjin. I was trying to use his real name, but it did not work. I wanted to use his real name, but it did not work. However, the quote-unquote best and what they recommend in the actual stats themselves is Mayuri. Now, this is weird because Mayuri is what? He is thrust. So you would think that, so you're saying that me using a thrust character is going to be better than me using a strike character? Yeah, because of something, well, a few things, but one thing in this kit, which is each time poison is triggered, all characters in the team gain 1 stack of excitement, increasing their alignment mastery by 7.5% for 30 seconds up to 3 stacks, which means that I can get up to what, 22.5%? I did that math right? 22.5% increase alignment mastery. We love to have that on Soifan. So that is why you'll see that recommendation in there, is because he is helping with alignment damage for his entire team. Soifan wants to do alignment damage, he's the plus. So with this being said, I do like running Mayuri with Soifan, and then you have Yadoichi. Yadoichi, I need to work on. Don't judge me. Her stamp situation is terrible, yet somehow I still love playing with her. Somehow she's still been really, really good. I say all that before I show you her stamp situation. I'm going to level this up at some point. Look at this. I mean, I got a flat stat here, a crit rate one time. It's at 20% or 20, level 20. All this is flat stat. We have this over here, crit rate. Oh, that's kind of okay, except for the defensive role here. I haven't taken up the 6-star, nor should I have. That ain't good. And then on the other side of it, we have the ultimate charge rate, which isn't the worst in the world. I mean, you got some crit damage here, ultimate charge rate. Really, I would like some attack instead. I don't even know if I can get attack on this side. And then attack here. But all that being said, her entire set stamp situation is trash. I realized that today as I'm doing the research for this. If you want to see me just go through reading stuff and trying to figure it out, check out the stream. But yeah, she is not in a good way. The one big plus I have about her is I have her core stamp up to level 5. Now, why do I have it like this and I haven't like dogged her out like I did with Ikaku and Sanjin? I like playing with her manually, and this game does make it difficult to play manually. Please, if it's ever controller enabled, like 7 Deadly Sins, we'll talk about that game on another video. It would be nice that if I could do it if I could play with them with a controller. It's a lot easier to get their moves off, especially with how complicated the kits are, how you're supposed to tag in for counters and everything else. It would be nice if I could use a controller. So if anybody knows anything, I've been looking for it. I can't find it. I tried to hook up my old Bluetooth controller to it, not working. So if anybody knows anything, let me know out there in the universe, but it is what it is. In any case, I'm sure that the fact that this is Ascension level 5, like maxed out, is part of the reason why she carries so well in battle. So I do love Yadoichi. I love her play style. I love playing with her and how she works. Having her get a little bit of optimization, which they detailed for us when Soifon came out, and then pairing her with Soifon is amazing to me. I love it. All right, so I highly recommend it. So the next steps for Yadoichi, who I will be using with Soifon as much as possible, especially trying to get through that trial tower, is I need to basically build her with crit rate, which, cool, crit damage and attacks. It will not be hard for me to make these corrections once I start actually farming for her set stamps. So all that being said, oh, and then a full disclosure, just so you know, on Soifon, can't remember if I said this or not, but her core stamps, actually, funnily enough, I might have opened my wallet a little bit to get the core stamp, the one. And then, funnily enough, in the stamp corridor, I pulled back-to-back shadow boxes that each gave me this. So I'm not complaining. It's up to level 3, level 30. We're good. Now, funnily enough, I was in the trial tower before. I have not done this yet, as you will see. Trial tower, which is under challenges and not trials. That will never not bother me. I was able to get through the next 2 levels by replacing Soifon, by putting Soifon in here instead of Sanjin and still running Nemu. That got me up to this level right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this battle and I'm going to put Mayuri in instead. Now I know that it is 85% less non-strike damage. However, I did a lot, like with Aizen's kit, having it up to B4, I was able to just dust a bunch of stuff no matter where he was because he was just that powerful. At B4, I was using him in strike, I was using him in slash, didn't matter, he was handling business. So what the idea here is that if I put Mayuri in, I was not able to get past this part, that's why I'm stopped at 19.3. If I put Mayuri in place of Nemu, will this allow us to get further than with Nemu? It possibly. I want to say yes, but then I feel like if I say yes, I'm gonna get kicked in the teeth and I'm gonna be like, see, I should have known better. But we're gonna try to run it. We're gonna see if this works. We're hoping that alignment mastery, that 22.5% potential, will help with Soifon and Yadoichi doing damage. I am 100% positive that if I can get her set stamps in order, I'm not saying I could beat the strike tower, we would see, but I think I would get much more progress. So we're going to run this now. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I don't think I'm going to make you guys watch this full thing. I'm going to record it, and I know I'm going to clip it at some point, and then maybe give you the end results of the final points of the battle to see if we actually get through. I'm excited to find out which y'all. And I'm really, really, really regretting the fact that I did not. I need to farm for a set stance, but based on the time that I'm recording this right now, I'll be able to do a little bit of farming in about 25 minutes, and that will be the plan. And I'm wondering actually as well, and this is something I do need to check. Hey, where's my mouse? Oop, oop. So superhuman potion increases all damage taken. Yay. We like that. Now where is, I'm trying to find, like, Terra increases the crit damage, correct? Yeah, crit damage increase. Okay. Relentless suppression. That is being Yadoichi increase attack. Cool. The animations are kind of getting in the way of me, like, showing these buffs that are happening right now, which is a little bit obnoxious. Y'all love y'all animations, right? Hey, Mayuri, relentless suppression, strike. Okay, cool, we got it. Increase 40% strike damage. You are Lightning Soul. That's Yadoichi increasing her strike damage and her crit rate. All stackable. We're looking for excitement from what's his face? Mayuri. Trigger some of them poisons so we can see that. There it is. Increase alignment mastery. Whooped. And that's stacked up to 3 right now. So if it continues to do that, we're going to continue to have that 22.5% alignment mastery running as we're going through this battle. They seem to be absolutely dusting things right now, but let's see. They were doing that before with Nemu. It was all good until we got to level 3. So I'm going to cut here and then get towards the end of that battle and see if we can make it. Be right back. Oh, so victory there. Damage overall. You know what? We'll do this after the second stage. Confirm. Ugh. Oh, she's so cool. All right. I cannot wait to farm for her set stamps. Now that everything is good with Swayfawn, I really need to get to that. Because if she's as good with not crap, but definitely not optimal court stamps, and what is she gonna do when she actually, like, has good set stamps? Oh. Trying to remember what the excitement buff looks like. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. It stays stacked up too. It stays stacked. And I wish I paid more attention when this was running with Nemo. That way I could see, like, the timing. Like, how far off are we? Because he's doing legit no damage, but he is helping everybody else in the squad do their thing. Sting. Okay. And I'm actually wondering too, who Grim Jow is the next SSR, right? And I think he's gonna be Strike. Okay. The alignment stays up. Hold up. Actually, you know what? I was thinking about making a cup of coffee, but I think I'm gonna go offline after this video, do that whole CV thing, and then come back with 7 Deadly Sins. So I might just wait for the coffee for that. Actually, how close are they to getting rid of old buddy, getting him out of the paint? Pretty close. Yadawichi looks like she's doing work on him right now. That is a lot. And I don't even have her set stamps up for real. Oh my goodness. Okay. So coming back in 3, 2. Yo, so this is after the second stage of this 19th floor, 17th floor, whatever. Yadawichi looks like she was doing absolute work on Buddy. Like she was doing damage. He's not doing any damage, and this is to be expected. This was the plan. He is just helping them do more. She is out there far more. So like based on a percentage or ratio, Soy Fun's doing more damage. She's just doing less. She's just out there less time. So basically, the next step is she even doing more damage? I mean, it seems like it. So the next step is stage 3, and we're gonna see how this goes with them. I don't know. Feel like I should have more confidence than I have right now. What are we? And coming back in 3, 2. So what had happened was it looks like they got this under control, and it's not even close. Like it's not even close. So that alignment mastery from Mayuri is really doing good work for Yaruichi and Soifan, because I don't know famous last words, but it looks like we got this under control. Am I tripping? I'm okay because I'm seeing it down like 9 times, right? I think we can get it. Maybe we won't make it, but I feel as though it would really just require fixing the set stamps on Yadoichi, and then I would get past this. I really think so. I am very confident that this will work as soon as I can get her fixed. Okay, cool. We are in a good way. So clearly, Mayuri is the best one to run, and then I would say Nemu with Yadoichi is the next one to run. I would not. I know they put in a recommendation there, and if you're very, very new, I mean, sure, try to put Chad in there if you want to. I haven't worked on him even a little bit, and I would advise save your resources. If you gotta have one between the SRs, I would say Nemu, but I would wait. And truth be told, maybe I will, just as a content creator, not even because I think it, maybe I will try to put some resources in the chat once I'm satisfied where Yadoichi is at to see who might be better. Yeah, we're right. It is a minute 31 and we're halfway through. So we're like, oh, it's touch and go. We're right on the border of it. We might make it, we may not. Ooh. But if you have to put investments in an SR, okay, fine. Then I would say do Nemu. Also bear in mind that Nemu versus Sanjin, Dog Captain, that is going to be fewer resources and less intensive on your resources to do an SR. And I know it's weird to advise an SR over an SSR, but given how many resources you'd have to do to level up Sajin, and he wouldn't be something that you would keep for that much longer, if you're doing it just because you're trying to get through something right now and you're going to, you know, when you get Mariuri because you didn't pull him or whatever, or you didn't pull Yadoichi yet, if you're doing it just until something else happens and you're going to sit them down, then either wait or put the investment in the SR so you're not wasting a bunch of resources in the SSR that will not be used past that point. They are working this dude. I think we're good. Again, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Come on now. Come on now. Bring out the giant phallic symbol. End him. Lego. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. No. My phone locked itself. My phone locked itself. Oh. Oh. What kind of inopportune timing was that? But it looks like we got him. It looks like we got him. It looks like we got him. Okay. That was going to freak me out. That was going to freak me out. Like if my phone crashed or something. That's what I was worried about. I was like, my phone crashed. Did it die? Did I not check the battery? And now it's over with. Okay. So we are in a good way with 40 seconds left and 1% of his life. Cool. That's what's up. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. All right, so that will be that for this. I will end the stream now, do my adulting stuff that I need to do, and then I'll come back with 7 deadly sins with you guys. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.